Imagine standing just 3 kilometers, 1.9 miles away from a nuclear explosion, surviving the blinding flash, and then traveling to another city, only to experience the exact same nightmare just 3 days later. This is not a work of fiction. It is the real-life story of Tsutomu Yamaguchi, a 29-year-old marine engineer who did the impossible. He became the only one person officially recognized by the government of Japan to have survived both nuclear blasts during World War II. In this video, we will dive into his miraculous journey of survival, the unimaginable horrors he witnessed, and his lifelong mission to make sure it never happens again. It was 6 August 1945. Yamaguchi, who worked for Mitsubishi Heavy Industries as a draftsman designing oil tankers, was completing a 3-month-long business trip in Hiroshima. He was actually on his way to the train station to head home to his wife and their baby boy when he realized he had forgotten his personal identification stamp. He turned back to his office to retrieve it. At exactly 8:15 a.m., as he walked back toward the docks, the American B-29 bomber, the Enola Gay, dropped the Little Boy atomic bomb, a 15-kiloton uranium weapon, near the center of the city. Yamaguchi saw a massive flash of light and was violently blown off his feet. He was just 3 kilometers, 1.9 miles from ground zero. The blast ruptured his eardrums, temporarily blinded him, and left him with severe burns over the left side of his upper body. He managed to crawl to an air raid shelter, where he reunited with 2 colleagues who also miraculously survived. After a night of agony, they boarded a train back to his hometown of Nagasaki. Yamaguchi arrived in Nagasaki on 7 August 1945, heavily bandaged and in pain, but determined to report to work on 9 August. At 11 a.m. that morning, he was in an office describing the utter devastation of Hiroshima to his supervisor. His boss called him crazy, arguing that one single bomb could not possibly wipe out an entire city of that size. At that very moment, a blinding white light filled the room. The second American bomber, Boxcar, had dropped the Fat Man atomic bomb, a 21-kiloton plutonium weapon. Incredibly, Yamaguchi was once again exactly 3 kilometers, or 1.9 miles, from ground zero. While the office building shielded him from direct burns this time, the blast blew him across the room and tore off his bandages. He had survived a second nuclear blast in less than 72 hours. Though Yamaguchi survived the immediate explosions, the silent killer was just beginning to take its toll. Over the next 7 days, he suffered from a high fever, lost his hair, and battled continuous vomiting due to severe radiation sickness. His wife also suffered radiation poisoning from black rain, the highly radioactive precipitation that fell after the blast. Together, they rebuilt their lives in post-war Japan. For years, Yamaguchi kept his story quiet, working as a translator for the Allied occupation forces and later returning to design tankers. He was content to live a quiet life, even though his daughter recalled that he was constantly wrapped in bandages until she reached the age of 12. All 3 of his children experienced chronic health complications throughout their lives, which the family attributed to radiation exposure. As Yamaguchi grew older, he began to see his survival not as a curse, but as a destiny to advocate for peace. In his 80s, he wrote a book about his experience and emerged as a passionate voice for global nuclear disarmament, even speaking at the United Nations in 2006. In March 2009, at the age of 93, the Japanese government officially recognized him as a double survivor. This made him the only one person legally acknowledged to have experienced both bombings. On 4 January 2010, Yamaguchi passed away from stomach cancer at the age of 93. His legacy remains a powerful reminder of the human cost of nuclear war and a warning to future generations.